Hello students, in this video what I am going to tell you how can you chalk down the readings of the CBR testing, and how can you make your Excel sheet of the CBR test, how can you plot the graph of the CBR test, and how can you find out the CBR value. So let's just start with the weight of the soil and what we have taken, what was the data we have taken today. So let's just start with the reading. So this is my FIP project. So how we have done the testing. So California bearing ratio weight of the soil was 6,000 gram. Number of blows was 56 blows. Number of layers was 5 layers. Weight of empty tray is equals to 1.13 kg. Actually, we have taken soil on the tray. And first of all, we weighted the empty tray, and then we add soil in it, and then we have taken the weight of the soil on the empty tray, and then we subtracted the weight of the empty tray from the weight of the soil, total weight of the soil plus empty tray. So 7.13 minus 1.13, we have got it. We got the weight of the soil. It was 6,000 grams. Now, what we are going to do is that optimum moisture content, we have taken 10%. So what does it mean by that? We have to take 10% of the weight of the total weight of the soil. So 10% multiplied by 6,000 means 10 divided by 100 into 6,000. So comes out to be 600 ml. Weight of water added in the soil was coming out to be 600 ml. So you can see here I have multiplied 10% with the 6,000. So I got the value of weight of water added in the soil. Now, one point method, what we have to do, weight of the mold without collar was 4,956 grams. Then 10,122 grams weight of the soil plus mold. Then we have added what we have to do here. You can write down 6,000 grams was the soil. So we will write it down here. Then you have to add plus sign and you have to click on this. Then you will get 1,956 grams. Then weight of the soil was 6,000 grams. Okay. Optimum moisture content, you already know that 10%. We got the weight of water required 600 ml. Diameter of CBR mold was 15.2 centimeter. Actually, what was the CBR in our lab? So it was a 15.2 centimeter diameter of CBR mold was there. Height of CBR mold was 12.7 centimeter. Volume of CBR mold 2123 centimeter cube. Bulk density, how did we get it? You can say bulk density of the soil comes out to be weight divided by volume. So what we have done, say weight of the soil divided by this volume of CBR mold. So we got the value of bulk density of soil. I am going to repeat it again. 6,000 divided by 2123. So you will get the bulk density of soil. So it is in gram per centimeter cube. Now you can do one more thing here. You can click on this cell and you have to go in forward decimals or lesser decimals. So I just want to decrease its decimals because there are too many decimals I have taken over there. So it is coming out to be 2.83 gram per centimeter cube. Now moisture content determination, container number, we have taken soil and put it in the small container that was named as SM25. Weight of the container was 16 gram. Weight of container, we have taken sample from the soil. We have done CBR testing on that. So weight of container plus wet soil was coming out to be 34 gram. Weight of container plus dry soil coming out to be 32 grams. Weight of dry soil was 16 gram. So how is it? So we have to subtract it what? We have to subtract weight of container. We have to do subtraction from weight of container plus dry soil minus weight of container. So then we will get the weight of dry soil. And what we have done for the weight of water. So what we have done with the weight of water, we have done with the weight of water is that weight of container plus dry soil minus weight of container plus wet soil. So we will get the value of weight of water. So you can see over here now moisture content determination, weight of water divided by weight of soil. So what we have done, weight of water divided by weight of dry soil, you can write down WS. You can if you want to write down WR, it's okay, no problem. So let me change it, otherwise you will get confused. So I'm writing here WS. So what does it mean by that? You can say D28, this one divided by this one, WS divided by WW divided by WS. So how is it so? Weight of water divided by weight of soil. So weight of water is what? Weight of water, weight of water is what? This one. And what is the weight of soil here? So we will get the value of moisture content determination. Then dry density of soil, RD, RB divided by 1 plus WW, we got it from here. And bulk density, we got it where? So 1 plus D30, this value, and bulk density, we got it 2.83. So we put it D22. So you will get the value of dry density of soil. It is coming out to 2.5. So what we have to do, we should reduce the decimal places. So we will take decimals up to 2 places. So what will be its, it is dry density, and what will be its, it is a dry density. Okay, done. Now initial load application prior to penetration, weight of surcharges plates for 10 pounds. Internal diameter of the plate is 2 inches. External diameter of plate is 6 inches. Cross sectional area of plate was 25.13 square inches. Stress is 0.3979. So I am going to decrease its decimal places also. So this one up to 2 decimal places, no, 3 decimal places. Now area of a plunger is 3 square inch or 3 inches square, you can write it down. Load applied was 1.193792. So it is in pounds. Now I am moving towards the readings. How did we get it and how do we have to plot the graph? So you can see penetration, lower reading. So these are the reading we have taken during testing. Then we have penetration in inches. How much penetration we have taken? 0, 0.5, 1, 1.5, 2, 2.53, 3.54, 4.55. Then load dial reading, upper dial 0, 10, 10.3, 10.5, 10.51, 10.7, 10.9, 20, 22, 23, 23. Then we have load in kg, and we have taken a reading from the apparatus. So this load is in kg, which we have proving ring factor that was of 5.88 kg. So what we have done over here, we have to convert this load into pounds because we have penetration in inches. So what we have done over here, I have multiplied this load in kg into 2.20462. So what does it mean by I have converted this load into pounds? So we have to multiply with 2.204. So every load was a load in kg is multiplied with 2.20462. So you can see this is reading and all that. Nothing, you just have to take the reading. And this is what I have done. This is load in pounds, so I have to find out the pressure pound per square inch. So for that, what I have done, I have to divide this value load in pounds with what value, area of a plunger, which I have written over here, this one. So this is area of a plunger 3 square inch. So you need to keep it constant, area of a plunger. So what I have done, I put here dollar sign. So this column cell number is what? This cell number is what? Let me tell you. This cell number is C. This is in column C, and the row is 38. So I will write C dollar 38. So what does it mean by that? When I drag it drop, it is C dollar 38, and this is M3. So M3 will get changes with the passage of changes in rows. So you can see here when I click on corner of this and drag and drop, so what will happen? You can see M4 C, it is fixed, C dollar 38. It is changing, it is changing. M5 C dollar 38. So let me do that one thing. I am going to decrease its decimal places. So it is going to reduce the decimal places up to 2 places. Now what we have to do, I have to do penetration on the x-axis. I have to take I have to plot the graph. So I have to take penetration in inches on the x-axis and pressure pound per inch, square inch on the y-axis. For this purpose, what I have done, let me take these values, for example, this column and this column separately. So what I have done with it, or you can take it from here as well. So let me plot the graph. So I am going to plot the graph. I have to go into the insert option, then I have to go into the scatter. And when I have in the scatter graph, so I have to select the data. So I have to right click on it and I have to go into the select data, and you have to add it here. So I am going to write down the name of the graph is penetration versus load, or you can say pressure. So on the x-axis, I have to take this penetration in inches, and on the y-axis, what I have to take pressure from here, and then I have to make it okay. And you can see the graph, and this is haphazard. So in this type of situation, what we have to do, we have to take a interpolation, or you can say the selection of the data. So how can we improve this graph? So we can improve this graph like this. So what I have done here, I have taken readings, selected readings from these two columns. So you can say penetration inches 0 to 3.54, 4.55. So sometimes error comes in the readings. So what we have to do, we have to select the data, and this is y-axis. So I put the values of y-axis, means 0 correspondence value is 0, 0.5 correspond, no, we have taken the value of 2. So 2's value is 154, so I wrote it here. So I plot this graph. So I have to go into the select data, again into the scatter diagram, and edit it. And on the x-axis, you can see over here, I have taken penetration in inches, and on the y-axis, you can see pressure in pounds per inch square. So you can see, you will get this type of graph. So how can you make your graph attractive? I have done videos. I have made different videos on that as well. How can you make your graph attractive? So you can learn from there. I will attach those videos. I will show those videos in the end screen of this video. So hopefully you will get it. My point, how can you do that? Now what we are going to do, how can we have to find out the CBR value? CBR value, we have to find out CBR value at 2.5 millimeter penetration and CBR value at 5 millimeter penetration. So the formula for the CBR value is the value comes at 2.5, means pound per pressure comes out at 2.5 millimeter, divided by 1000 into 100. It is standard load. 1000 is the standard load. And for 5 millimeter, what you have to do, it is 1500 at standard load. So what we have to do, we have to go here, and what we have to do here is that we have to take reading in penetration in 2.5 inches or 5 inches. So 2.5 inches you got this reading, and 5 inches you got this reading. And so you will put the values here, and whatever the value you get it, so these are the values coming out to be. Now how can you select the CBR value, or which value is correct, and whether your reading is coming out to be correct or not? So what we have to see, so let me share another screen with you, and it will make you more clear to all of you how can. One more thing I want to tell you here, if you are confused with the penetration in millimeter I have taken in this calculation, so don't make it confused, because the graph will comes out to be same. So if you can see over here, the penetration was in millimeter, and this penetration in inches I have converted it. So how can you convert it? So when you are going to convert a millimeter into inches, so what you have to do, you have to multiply with 0.03937. So when you multiply it, so you have to multiply with all the values of penetration in millimeter with inches. So you can see over here I have multiplied with this, this, this. So I got the value of penetration in inches. So what I have done, I have plotted this graph. So I have taken penetration in inches, so pressure into pounds per inch square. So there is no difference of the graph, because the increment of the value will remain same. So there is no big effect comes, or minor effect even comes on the plotting of graph. So what I have taken over here, that I have taken penetration in inches here, and I put it here, and this is, you can see the graph remains same. So you can see the selection of data is here. You can see this one is the selection of the data. So penetration is here, is in inches, and you can see here the pressure pounds per inch square. If I put the value of penetration in millimeter as well, so the graphs will remain same. So hopefully you will understand, but keep it in mind, whatever the unit you are taking, so you have to follow that unit. You should not go move forward of it. You don't take two different units. So when you are plotting the graph, so you have to take only, as if you are taking SI unit, so you should have to take SI unit. If you are taking a FPS system, so you should take FPS system. So keep it in mind. Hopefully it will be understandable to you. Thank you. Can you do that? So you can see here is the practical of you can say this one. So what we have to do, the CBR values are usually calculated for penetration 2.5 and 5 minutes. Generally the CBR value at 2.5, you can read should read this paragraph. So it is written over here that CBR values are usually calculated for penetration of 2.5 millimeter and 5 millimeter. So generally the CBR value at 2.5 millimeter will be greater than at 5 millimeter, and in such a case the former should be taken as CBR for design purposes. If CBR for 5 millimeter exceeds that for 2.5 millimeters, so the test should be repeated. If identical results follow, the CBR corresponding to 5 millimeter penetration should be taken for design. So what we have to do, we have to check out the CBR values which are usually calculated for penetration of 2.5 millimeter and 5 millimeter. If that CBR value at 2.5 millimeter is greater than the value at 5 millimeters, so in such case what we have to take, we have to take the value of CBR at 2.5 millimeter. But if the CBR value at 5 millimeter uh, exceeds for 2.5 millimeters, so in that case what we have to do, we have to repeat the test. So this is the way to find out the CBR value. Hopefully you will understand it and you will get my point. So obviously it will be clear to all of you. Thank you so much, and thank you so much for listening to me, and hopefully this video is helpful for you in for getting the value of the CBR. Thank you so much. Bye bye.